Hey, it's Enrico Pallazzo!
Utah, give me 2.
Pallazzo!
Utah, give me 2.
And we're doing it. Michael Govier, Pallazzo Podcast, 2 L's, 2 Z's. You just heard it. Look, Joe, the first guy to be here right away. Give me 2, boys. Here you go.
Utah,
Joe.
give me 2.
It's just for you. It's just me today. You know what? I love doing the show with the boys. We got a great crew here at Pallazzo Podcast. But sometimes it's nice just to have the floor all to myself so I can speak freely. Say what I want to say everything I've been thinking about and talking about all week long, and make sure I get on the record so I can sound smarter later. You know what I mean? Shrekespeare is here. Shrek? Shakespeare. They said it couldn't be done. What's up? Can I get a hoo yeah? Oh, yeah. There you go. That's just for you, Shrekespeare. Lock that in. Look, it's your show here. The live chat's open to you. Last week I did a graphic, and this week I did not do a graphic. So sorry about that. This was last week's graphic. How did it work out? Luis F. Ortiz, guys. I've been telling you about this guy since the day I was born. That was last week. But this week he still has more value. He had another solid outing against his former team. And this is a guy who's a breakout starter this year in 2025. 2025 breakout starter, Mr. Luis Ortiz. Hey, I said in the preseason, I'm here to help you. I make a difference in your life, just like you make a difference in mine, just like Joe made a difference in mine. Thank you, Joe. Let's gizzo $5. Holy shit. Wow, dude. Thank you, brother. That's all I can say over and over again is just thank you. You guys have been so incredibly kind to us, and it makes a difference. It does. The more revenue we can generate here, the more often we can do this show. Imagine we could do the show 5 days a week. Wouldn't that be awesome? Like, if we could make this more of a thing. If I could dedicate my life to the show and make it my life, I would do it. And I would do more. There'd be so much more. There'd be extra videos. There'd be more bonuses galore everywhere. Man, thank you, Joe. You're the best. Shrekespeare says, Mr. Langford is officially back. Full send. You know what's funny is, let's pull up my fantasy team on Yahoo where I have Wyatt Langford. And they're trying to sell. What? I'm losing in 6-9 now? How does this happen? I can't even keep track of this shit. I was looking at putting him in the lineup today because I saw that they're going to activate him. But Yahoo was trying to tell me that they weren't sure. Oh, there it is. Officially off the IL right there, but he still has an X next to his name. So what's the deal here? Rangers activate Langford. So you're wrong. I knew Yahoo was wrong. This is why I put Wyatt Langford in my lineup over Spencer Steer. Spencer Steer, I'm sorry. I've loved Spencer Steer for a long time, but you lost the faith, brother. I'm sorry. It's not what I wanted for you, but
I was worried.
Yeah, I've been very worried about Spencer Steer. So, yeah, Langford's back. Let's get him in the lineups. Let's go against the Dodgers. So good. Short stay. Looks like a short stay for Pablo Lopez, too. He had his rehab start, pitched 4 2/3 innings. So he's on the mend. He'll be back. That's good news. We got Brain Bello, or Brian Bello. Wasn't that a character on SNL? Didn't Chris Kattan do that? Or was that Brian Fellows? Was that Tracy Morgan? I can't remember. It wasn't my favorite, but I do recall it being one. Shrekespeare says, Wilyer Abreu is on thin ice for me. I see you have as well. I love Wilyer Abreu. He had a great first week. He's not playing all the time. I know that's a problem for some of us because he's hitting cleanup today. He hasn't hit a home run in a minute, but that's okay. Not since April 4th, actually. That was 16 days ago. Uh-oh. But he's still hitting 288, and he's played a lot. He's only been out of the lineup twice in the last 14 days. So Wilyer Abreu is still a factor. They like him. He's a part of this core. I maintain it. I won't change it, okay? You got me? But I hear you, Shrekespeare. Joe says Abreu tailed off hard last year. Well, he finished the year with decent numbers. It was a learning experience. He was still growing. Abreu's still growing now. I love Wilyer Abreu, and I'm not backing down on it. I think you just got to be a little bit patient sometimes, right? So, Joe, what do you want for your $5, man? You want us to answer a question? Are you just being generous and kind? What can we do for you here on the Pallazzo Podcast? 2 L's,
Utah.
2 Z's.
Give me 2.
This week, I want to see how Logan Henderson does today against the Athletics. He is starting. He's going to play. Finally, everyone's been wondering, when's Logan Henderson? They called him up like 4 days ago, and now he's getting a start. Looking forward to that. That's going to be good news. Joe says nothing, just love the shows. Joe, that's even better, man. That warms my heart.
Great job.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's so beautiful, and I apologize if we ever do a show that's below standard.
I apologize.
Thanks, Joe. Joe, you are the man. Thank you. Everybody here, jump in the live chat. Ask questions. I'm here for you right now. I didn't feel like doing this today. It's Easter, okay? I could have used the excuse of Easter and said, I'm not going to do a show. You know, Britton and Mike, they have families. So, of course, Easter is a big deal when you have a family. I'm a Jew. So the Satan-worshiping Jew here is doing the show because we already did Passover this week, right? So, and if you just found out I'm a Jew and you got a problem with that, well, I don't know what to tell you. I'm also Catholic technically, but I really didn't get into that. My dad was Catholic. My mom was Jewish. That's why they got divorced when I was 5. Oh, I hit the wrong button. I ruined the joke. God damn it anyway.
Thank you, Jesus.
There we go. That's the better button. All right, so here we go. Durf Boy. Durf Boy, what's up? I haven't seen Durf Boy in a minute. I don't believe I've seen you around lately. It's so good to see you, Durf Boy. You were a regular last year. Would you start trusting Tanner Houck against the Sox today, against the Pale Hose? Sox versus Sox carnage. Who do you got? After 11 earned runs, right? 11 earned runs on 12 total runs against the Tampa Bay Rays in one of the worst starts. There's been a lot of 9 earned runs. We've seen, I think there was it Andrew Abbott of the Reds? Maybe last year gave up a ton of runs too in a start, or 2 years ago he blew up in horrendous fashion. We've seen awful starts. We have seen them. But Tanner Houck's was, I didn't know he'd give up 11 earned runs. I didn't expect that from Houck. But I did not draft Houck this year. After drafting Houck a lot last year, I was very excited about him taking a leap forward. And with the new front office last year, the Red Sox pitching was good. But Houck has a great year last year. Maybe the league conforms a bit, learns a bit more to his tendencies and how he pitches this year, makes it a little tougher on Houck. And it's always harder to repeat, especially when he's still growing. I would start him today against the White Sox. I would do it. I know it's really hard to do that after some of you guys are screwed because in weekly lineups, if you started Houck, he's already in your lineup and you don't have a choice. But if you're trying to win a head-to-head matchup today against the White Sox, Houck is a gamer. He's not hurt. His pride is hurt. But I expect him to bounce back. The White Sox stink, and you should at least get a quality start out of Houck today. Nothing dominant. I wouldn't say it's going to be like, whoa, dude, watch out. Yeah! It's not going to be anything like that, but yeah, why not? Let's start Tanner Houck today. Give a man another chance. I believe in second chances, Durf Boy, and I know you do too. Shrek says, who am I dropping to activate Lighter? That's right. Lighter got shit wired. Lighter's back. Options are Bubich. You can't drop Bubich. I love Bubich. Hell no. Meyer? Not Max Meyer? No. Seth Lugo? I don't have any Seth Lugo, so I'm going to say maybe that's the guy. You can't drop Gallon. And you can't drop Nola. How small league is this, though? Because that will matter, Shrek. This is a 10-team league or a very shallow league. I can see why. I also have Schwelly, Gilbert, Flaherty, Chandler. Aces. Chandler. Bubba, you're waiting for him to get called up? He might. It could happen. There's a lot of options here. This looks like a shallower league, so to activate Lighter, I would not drop. I would drop Lugo maybe, but I'm not a Lugo guy, so maybe my opinion isn't valid here. I know that Lugo had an incredible year last year, and so far this year, Seth Lugo doing what Seth Lugo does. Not a ton of Ks, but he's going deep enough into games, 6 2/3 in each of his last 2 starts. He's got solid numbers. He's got a solid life as a Kansas City Royal. He does. But that's the guy I would drop out of all these guys. I would. You ask me, I give you answers. That's what we do here at Pallazzo Podcast 2
Utah.
Tuesdays.
Give me 2.
What's good, Gabe? B. Henny in the house. B. Henny. What's up? Everybody be like Joe. Joe gave a $5 donation. Remember this. Joe, mwah, we love you, Joe. Thank you so much. Directions how to do so are below in the slow crawl. I come before I come. I won't go walking over. Stankonia, Outcast. Tobias Myers is a pickup starting Thursday versus the Giants. Yeah, why not? Giants are fearful, though. These San Francisco Giants, not to be trifled with. They got something to offer. So they're more of a fearful lineup than you would think, especially with Tyler Fitzgerald. Tyler Fitzgerald's a guy, if he's still available in your league, he's not a heater right now. I would pick him up. I already picked him up in a couple leagues midweek already. And with the center field and shortstop eligibility, depending on what format or what platform you play on, Tyler Fitzgerald has value. He's not a fluke. I know that Britton was saying that his buddy Bubba is a friend of ours here, the Bubba and Bloom Show. Those guys are great. Make sure you guys check them out. Listen to them, follow them, watch their YouTube channel. Shout out to Bubba and Bloom. Bubba was saying that Britton said that Bubba said that Tyler Fitzgerald was garbage. I don't think he's garbage. I don't think last year was a fluke. And I bet on him in a 30-team MLB league that I'm in with Robbie Baseball. I paid money, $16 million. I did a 3-year contract on Tyler Fitzgerald. He's 27 years old. I just think you got a guy who can steal bases. He can get on base with the hit tool. Now, he doesn't walk a ton, but the hit tool keeps him in the game. He can make a lot of contact. I know he strikes out a lot, too, so he can whiff a lot. So as soon as I said that, I'm like, someone's going to call me out on that. But I like Tyler Fitzgerald. But Tobias Myers is a pickup. Yeah, why not? I'd be a little fearful. Fearful. Why is that a hard word to say now? Fearful. Joe Chris, late to the party. Hey, Govier. Joe, you're never late to the party. You're right on time when you needed to be. Shrek says 12-team league keepers. Pitchers are stacked. Okay, so that was a 12-team league. That's really impressive, Shrek. God damn. Going back to his question he asked a few minutes ago. Oh, Chance here. What's up, buddy? Are you flying solo, Govier? I'm available thanks to Easter if you want a second point of view. I appreciate that, Chad. But as I just said at the top of the show, I welcome the chance to speak alone. The floor is mine. I don't get enough flicks. I love doing the show with the boys, but it's nice to have some solo time once in a while where I can speak my mind freely. But I appreciate you, Chad. Good to hear from you. He says, at Joe, depends on the rest of your roster. If you already had the power, I probably wouldn't. And Joe was saying, trade Burger? Jake Burger? Oh, no. Are we doing that? Is that happening? Are we giving up on Jake Burger already? I'm seeing some Burger concerns here. And I understand why, because it's a slow start, new team. Is it going to be as fun as it's been in the past? But I think Berger has a pretty good track record of showing you his power, and he can hit it. And we need power. Power is something not easy to come by in today's fantasy baseball, or at least not as easy as it was maybe 5-6 years ago, right? Is that fair to say? I think it's fair to say. But I get what you're feeling with Burger. I'm not sweating it, though.
Well, if you like burgers, give them a try sometime.
Yeah, if you like burgers, try Jake Burger. He's great. So you're saying trade Burger and Wilson for Kurtz. Before you flip out, I had Norby and Neto coming off the IL. What do you think? Short bench with only 3 spots. Who's Wilson? Am I supposed to know who Wilson is? I got to look this up now. Wilson's too general of a name. You mean Jacob Wilson, right? Is that what you mean? I assume that is because that's the best Wilson. Unless you mean Weston Wilson or, of course, Bryce Wilson. No, Jacob Wilson. So you want to do Burger and Jacob Wilson for Kurtz. I wouldn't do that. If this is redraft, I'm definitely not doing it. If it's Dynasty or Keepers, I can understand your interest, but I'm not doing that in redraft at all. I'm not. Lock me in. Okay? Good. I don't know, man. Gallon is a gas can. You can't drop Gallon in a 12-teamer yet. You just can't. It's not over. Remember Hunter Brown. We're going to talk about this on next week's show, by the way. Hunter Brown last year, terrible April. We crushed it rest of the way. You got to have more patience in April. I know that you can jump in and steal value from people in April as well, but you could also lose somebody who could be really valuable for rest of season by being impatient. If this is a 10-teamer, I say drop Gallon, but not a 12-teamer. I don't think you could do that. That's not what I would do, okay? Frank! Hey, Frank, what's up? All right, Frank's here. Frank, I have to know. I was wondering if you were going to make it. I was a little concerned.
I was worried.
Yeah, very, very worried. Frank, have you ever seen the movie Frank? I'd like to know. Has anyone here ever seen the movie Frank? 2014 film starring, although you don't really see his face, Michael Fassbender. Frank, you have to see Frank if you've never seen Frank, okay? How many times can I say Frank before people get annoyed? Well, I could say it a lot. I could say it many more times, right?
Actually, I stole this shirt from Frank.
Frank. Look, we got drops catered to people's names here. We got That It Is Indeed, Edward. We got Frank. Hell yeah. Good to see you here, Frank. Should I drop Will Wagner for Edouard Julien? Mason Wynn's coming back Tuesday. I like Wagner. I drafted Wagner in a couple of leagues. I was excited about Will Wagner's potential this year, being healthy, not worrying about the knee. But Edouard Julien, even though Luke Keishel's up and playing, Edouard's leading off pretty regularly. Not against lefties, right? But man, you're putting me to the test here. My initial gut says drop Will Wagner for Julien, but I am concerned a little bit here. Let's take a look at what the fuck is going on with. Oh, I shouldn't swear like that. Sorry, folks. You got the kids around. It's Easter. My bad. Edouard's hitting leadoff again. He sat yesterday because Chris Sale was on the mound, but other than that, he's hit leadoff in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight games for Edouard Julien, and that's a good thing, right? We like that. So, yeah, you got to. Even though Keishel's up, I understand what you're feeling here. Will Wagner, I'm sorry, it's just not working out so far. And again, I do like Will Wagner probably get something going here at some point in the season, but you gotta drop Wagner for Julien. I would do that. And hopefully the power will pick up for Julien here. Only one dong so far. Been waiting for that power. But he has batting average ability. He can get on base. He should be a 280 hitter, it seems like. So, yeah, do that one. Good call. Joe says, my logic was I would rather have Norby and Neto plus Kurtz. Didn't want to just drop Berger. Neto, Norby, or Jacob Wilson, so I traded them. Okay. I understand your logic on that trade. I'm down with it. I respect you. Frank has seen Frank. There we go. Confirmation. Rating, review, Frank. I'd love to get your review on Frank, okay? Because if we can't get Frank's review on the movie Frank, then I don't know what we're really doing here at all. Chad says, speaking of Easter, do you think it was intentional to have both Jesus, Luzardo, and Brad Lord pitching on it?
Thank you, Jesus.
It's a good call, Chad. I love that. It's funny. And we apologize if anyone's offended.
I apologize.
Although not really, because we don't mean to hurt anybody here. We just like to have a good time, right? Can't we all just get along? Rodney King, tribute. Rodney King's dead, right? He actually died. I think he got a lot of money from his settlement. Is it worth it to get beat that bad to get that money? I've had this conversation with a lot of people. Like, would you get in a nasty car wreck to get a big payout? Would it be worth it? Not so sure. I don't know if the lifetime mental toll or the physical toll is really worth it. You can't really put a price on your health, guys. Remember that, okay? The more you know. Love the enthusiasm here. We got a nice live chat humming along. James Coffey, not to be confused with Todd Coffey, former reliever of the Cincinnati Reds. Todd Coffey? Was that his name? Or was that a made-up name in MVP 2005? Like, what's his face? What do they call? Oh, shit. What do they call Barry Bonds in MVP 2005? It was a fake name. John something? I can't believe I'm forgetting this. I can't believe I'm forgetting this right now. I'm not going to Google it either. What do they call Barry Bonds in MVP 2005? It was some made-up name. John Bleh. 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 All right. I can't remember. Anyways, in a week-to-week categories league, would you pick up Jacob Wilson or Luis Arias? Thank you. James, we love having you here. Joe says pick up Jacob Wilson. Tim's here. What up, Go? What up, Tim? You know, Tim is like one of the original Pallazzo people of all time. For real. He's like been here since the Deary days. And some of the people don't even know who Deary is, which is weird, but that's how long we've been around, folks. Believe it or not. Great to see you, Tim. No disrespect to the newcomers. We love the newcomers. In 5 years from now, we'll be talking about the newcomers like they're the legends, right? Isn't that cool? I think it is. Anyway, Jacob Wilson or Luis Arias? Well, let's go to the tape here. If we look, Luis Arias, I think, has been showing a bit of pop, which is nice. He's not known for the pop, and he's not going to hit a ton of dongs. We all know that. He's got 3 dongs on the season. Well, they still got him in his Marlins hat over here on Pitcher List. Love their graphics, but they've got to update that photo. But, yeah, Luis Arias, look at that. Look at that. 2% K rate. Isn't that nuts? That's nuts. You want to get nuts? Come on. Let's get nuts. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? A lot of Jacob Wilson talk here is interesting. So let's see what he's up to. A lot of red for Mr. Wilson here. 4% K rate. You know, they do have similar profiles. That is true. Jacob Wilson and Luis Arias. Although I would trust Arias more now, and I like the Padres lineup. It depends on your situation here. Maybe shortstops are harder to come by. Luis Arias is more reliable. So if you're talking about reliability here, James Coffee, I'm going Arias over Wilson. That would be my choice in redraft, okay? Thank you. I love answering these questions. Chad says, do you think the Perez situation opens the door for Schultz? Martin Perez opens the door for Noah Schultz? If we get the call on Noah Schultz, Chad, I know Robbie is going to come in his pants. I'm going to come in his pants. Oh, Tim, thank you. Yes, John Dowd. That's right. I said it was John. Chad got it too. John Dowd was Barry Bonds' fake name in MVP 2005. I'm John Dowd. It'd be funny if Barry Bonds did a funny video where he made fun of himself and said, this is what John Dowd does. And he cranked dongs. That would have been fun if he did that back in the day. But, we got an update from Frank. Was not a fan of Frank. I sued for using my name. Wow.
Actually, I stole this shirt from Frank.
Unbelievable. Come on, Frank. I appreciate you giving me the review on Frank. I thought Frank was pretty good, though. I only saw it once. I might have to go back and find out if Frank, the movie, holds up or not. Where is Yukon Cornelius? That's It's Easter. Britton and Mike, they have families. They have children. The children are our future. The children are our future. Didn't you know that? As a man who will never have kids and is proud of that fact, I do respect the fact that they have families, and I'm happy to be here as the Jew on Easter. That's right. It's the Jew on Easter Fab Show. Welcome, everybody.
Great job.
Go, are you comfortable with answering questions about smart fab bids on players? Hell yeah, Frank. Hit me. Frank, you can hit me with anything, anytime. I'm not afraid of any question. I will never back down from any question. I want that to be clear, okay? Oh, boy, you guys are humming along here. Joe wants to make it clear that Nick Kurtz will be an absolute beast. Yeah, maybe. Maybe he will. This year? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know if this year he will be, and I'm going to stick with that. And if I look like an ass, then so be it. Ooey 2K. Need a third base today. I got 15 minutes. We got to answer this right away. Dylan Moore, Cam Smith, Josh Smith, or Gabriel Arias. Gabriel Arias. Give me Gabriel Arias. I love him the most of all four of these guys, without a doubt. Start Gabriel Arias and thank me later. I guarantee that Arias at least gets a hit, a steal, or a run scored, and maybe even a dong. That's right. Man, I love Arias, Uwe. That's the call. You're pretty frank about that. I am.
Actually, I stole this shirt from Frank.
Oh, Davey's here. What's up, Davey? Davey, my old pal. I've known Davey forever. Make sure you follow Davey on Twitter and everywhere else. He's excellent for injury updates all season long. You want to know about MLB injuries and what's going on with them? Davey's your guy. Follow him now, please, okay? He knows what he's doing. It's called funnel vision. Hashtag funnel vision, folks. Said woman, take it slow. It'll work itself out fine. All we need is just a little patience. Said sugar, make it slow. It will come together fine. All we need is just a little patience. I'll be walking the streets tonight, just trying to get around. If you want to sound like Axl Rose, really clenching, like you're trying to take a dump. I'll be walking the streets tonight. Oh, I think I just blew an O-ring. Great call, Davey. Gavin Lux or Josh Smith? Bench spot. I'm going to go with Gavin Lux. I'll take the red over the Ranger. Ooh, same question. We already got that one. Thanks, Tim. Ooh, he says, would you drop Taj Bradley for Meyer, Quintana, Mize, or Festa? I think Festa's in trouble. Pablo Lopez will be right back. Even though Festa's looked decent in a couple of starts, I don't know if he has a spot locked down. And I love Festa. Casey Mize, boy, looks like this is the breakout year finally at age 28. The number one overall pick of 2017, or 18, excuse me, has finally arrived. I don't know if I'd drop Taj Bradley for Mize, though, but I could see you doing that. If you believe, I trust Chris Fetter, the pitching coach of the Detroit Tigers, implicitly 24/7 without hesitation.
Go Tigers.
So, if you think that Chris Fetter is a genius, the pitching coach of the Detroit Tigers,
Genius.
then go for it. Drop Bradley for Mize, but I still think the K rate is going to be better for Bradley season long. I would definitely not do it for Quintana. I love Max Meyer. I have Max Meyer on many teams. I drafted him heavily because a lot of people weren't thinking about him later in drafts. So I love Max Meyer. I would love to have him over all the other guys, but I do admit that Taj Bradley is, I think Taj and Max Meyer are right there. but Max Meyer hasn't pitched as much. So if you're looking at full season volume versus at maybe head-to-head streaks, I do admit that Taj Bradley could be more reliable season long. But in head-to-head, I think Meyer is going to be around for quite a bit. I do. Okay? Yay, everybody! There's your answers on things. Dave says, speaking of patience, how worried are you about Wilson Contreras? New position struggle syndrome? It's April. It's early. I'm not sweating it yet. Get back to me in the first week of May, and if we still have a crisis by May 10th, then it's a problem. I also don't have any shares, so I haven't worried about it, but I wouldn't be too concerned. I wouldn't be too concerned yet, right? Frank says, Andrew Abbott, a keeper or streamer? He's definitely not a keeper. There's no way Andrew Abbott's a keeper. I don't have to look at anything to know that. But he's a streamer. Yeah, Andrew Abbott's a streamer. Sure, why not? Okay. Yay! We're here at the Pallazzo Podcast. 2 L's, 2 Z's. Got to get back to the button.
Utah.
There we go.
Give me 2.
Here we go. We got John down. Shout out to Mr. Brendan Donovan for coming out of the gate hot. The premier multi-positional Swiss Army knife. I used to think it was Jeff McNeil. Now it's definitely Brendan Donovan. No doubt about it. I give him full credit. I love Brendan Donovan. I just thought that he was going to get hurt this year, and I stayed away, and I totally regret that because I love him. I love him more in OBP leagues, but I have no shares this year, and I'm bummed about that. Chance wants to know, are you starting Bello versus the M's in weekly formats? Hell yeah, I am. I'm starting Bello right out the gate, and I got a lot of shares. I've been waiting. I've stashed him everywhere. I love Brian Bayo of the Red Sox. I think this is the breakout year. If that shoulder is good, and it was nothing structural that was serious, again, I've said this before, Bayo's shoulder should be good. So we should see the best of him yet this year. I'm locking myself in again. I'm really putting myself on the line with a lot of this shit, am I? Frank Hugo. Oh my God, I love it. Frank Hugo. Hey, I'm a sucker for cornrows and manicured toes, just like anybody else, right? Love it. Thanks, Frank. You're the best. Frank's the best, but so are you. You can be the best, too, by jumping in the live chat here on the Faab-Ulous Waiver Wire live chat show. That's what it's for. This is not a show that works very well a week from now. This is a show that's all about the now. Live stream. This is a live stream centric. We don't do this show on the podcast feed. This show is exclusive to the YouTube and the other video streams like Twitch and Twitter. But you can't find this in audio format. It's exclusively on Sundays in video form. So just want to make sure we're clear on that, okay? All right, just want to make sure I haven't missed anything. Nope, we got that one. Good. I'm catching up, guys. I'm doing good. I'm doing very, very good. Where are you T at? Must be Eastering. Yeah, Uncle T's. I'm sure he's Uncle T's Eastering as well. He was also Reggie Stocker at one point. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, Tom's here. What's up, Tom? Tom is always he doesn't like to get too up front in our face, but Tom's always checking in. He checks in after shows, comments. Thanks, Tom. Thanks for the kind words, by the way, about my brother recently, my father. Very appreciate that. Much love for Tom here.
Great job.
Great job, Tom. Frank was no Rushmore. UConn would agree. Yeah, but UConn hates Royal Tenenbaums, and that just doesn't make sense. I need to ask our buddy Dave, but are you getting Kyle Tucker vibes from this Jackson Merrill situation? Going from precautionary to lengthy? Interesting. Very interesting. Chad, I like where your head's at. Chad's always tried to stay one step ahead of the game, and I do respect that. I do. Frank says, what the puck? No IL? Drop him. What was the diagnosis? I know he's on the IL. Again, another guy I have no shares of. It's amazing. It's so funny who I don't have and who I do have. You would think I'd have more variety this year, but I think I really didn't get too varietal. So we got, come on. What is with my browser? It's not cool, man. Boo! Elbow inflammation. Okay, nothing serious, right? Just elbow inflammation. Not a forearm strain. Nothing that sounds like a death knell yet. But AJ Puck has had injury issues in the past. So, does that make you more concerned? I would be a little more concerned, but inflammation is not a death sentence. I don't know if you drop him yet. I don't. But Justin Martinez could run away with the job now, and then maybe if Puck comes back, let's say Puck comes back in 3 weeks. Let's say he comes back in 3 weeks. Is he still in the hunt? Have the D-backs moved forward? I mean, they traded for Puck for a reason, right? So they like him. And if he's not toast, then I still think it's tough to drop Puck just yet. Tom says, tell me about Turso Ornelius. Well, here's the deal. Turso is a lovely human being. He is a guy, I think he's 25 years old. He's in the Padres system, right? And he's finally getting the call. He's 6'3", 200 pounds. He is a left-handed hitter who throws right. And in the minor leagues, last year, he got a lot of run because he showed a lot of power. Now, remember, it's the Pacific Coast League, right? Pacific Coast League. Turso Ornelius hit 23 dongs last year at AAA. Also hit 297, had a but his WRC plus, which, by the way, kind of encapsulates all of your run production and your offensive ability. He only had a WRC plus of 105, which is interesting because he hit 300 and hit 23 dongs, but his walk rate was 9.7. Didn't strike out a ton either. When I see a lower WRC plus on a season that looks really good on the surface, it does make me wonder. But I thought that about Brenton Doyle because he had a WRC plus for last year that was technically below 100, and he's been kicking ass till he got hurt. So maybe I need to rethink that. Maybe it's just correlation without causation, taxation without representation. I don't know. But he's a guy who can hit for some pop. Doesn't have a ton of speed from what I gathered. In that lineup, though, if he gets full run, Ornelas could be an X factor. Could be a fun pickup. He's definitely worth adding, especially with Jackson Merrill on the shelf. They lost Brandon Lockridge. And Jason Hayward, come on, we're not trusting him, right? So maybe there's a chance for Ornelas to run with a job here right now, and that's definitely worth an add. I'm just not sure he's the savior right now. Okay? Does that help with Turso Ornelas analysis? Bizza, Rizza, Jizza, Bizza, Rizza, Jizza. Pretty cool, huh? How fun was that? Trusting Bueller on Patriots Day tomorrow versus the White Sox, 11 a.m. start. That's right. Make sure you get your lineup set butt crack of dawn. It's that annual Patriots Day where Lucas Giolito usually plays for the other team or the Red Sox and gets absolutely hammered. But we won't see that tomorrow. We'll see Walker Buehler. You got to trust Bueller. It's the White Sox. I know it's an early start, so maybe guys get out of whack because it's early, but I would trust him. I have no reason not to. I don't think you want to get too cute there, okay? Chad says the PCL wasn't as PCL last year, but yeah, it's really tricky to evaluate. You have to factor in the PCL chaos when it comes to offense. When you look at AAA guys like Turso Ornelas who come up through the PCL, you just have to. And Chad knows that too. He gets it. Thank goodness, says Joe. I have Turso in the Raz Slam, and I lost Robles and Profar. Great job. Okay. That was forward thinking because Raz Slam is best ball, and you got what you got. You get 2 fab runs the whole season before you get cut. I think the cut's in June, and I already missed the first fab, so I'm probably screwed in my Raz Slam. That's my witch. I want to talk to Samson. Fly me in the moon like that bitch Alice Crampton. You know what I mean? Let's see. What am I missing here? Must drop one. Terang or McLean? Terang! Don't drop McLean. Don't you dare drop Matt McLean. Do not do that. UH2K, if you drop Matt McLean, I know I was wrong about Anthony Richardson, okay? But I'm not wrong about Matt McLean. Matt McLean is awesome. He can hit for power. He can hit for average. I know the injuries freak you out, but he's back. The hammy thing was a minimal IL stay. Don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. Do not. If you have to drop one of these guys, I just can't say drop McLean. I'd rather drop Terang, even though this must be a shallower league, I would assume. But don't drop Matt McLean. Please don't. Please hammer. Please hammer. Don't hurt him, okay? Shrek says, Dylan Moore, on the other hand, is a dull, rusty butter knife. That, you know what? That rings so true to me. Not quite as true as maybe who's the most dull, rusty butter knife of fantasy baseball? I know I'd come up with a better example than that. Probably somebody who's like 33. Edmundo Sosa is more of a dull, rusty butter knife. That works for me, yeah. Who else? Zach McKinstry. Yeah, he kind of rubs me in that angle as well. There's so many guys like that where it's like, I got to use this guy, I guess. He's still around. He could be serviceable at times. Fantasy Sports is here. What's up, Fantasy? Can I be your fantasy? Any Ludacris fans? Luda! Time to pick. Kurtz is now. Seems like this is the week he comes up. That's your bet, huh? How many people are making the Kurtz bets? I'm not on the Kurtz bandwagon like everybody else, and maybe I'll look like a prick later. That's fine. I'm not afraid to look like a prick. You have to take risks in life. Not just to take risks and not just to be obstinate. You don't just have to be a contrarian to be a contrarian. I hate that shit. You should have a valid reason. I just think that the Kurtz hype starts to get too intense, and then it doesn't live up to the hype for redraft. Long term, I mean, Kurtz is off to a great start. That doesn't mean he won't hit a slump. Wyatt Langford, everybody wanted him last year, right? He didn't really live up to the hype for most of the season, did he? Think about it. It happens. Just it's baseball. It's hard as shit. It's hard as shit. Harry Brooks. We love Harry here. By the way, remember, Harry is like, who's the other guy? Where's our other guy who runs his own detective, private agency, law firm place? That's a TV show. It was Harry and the other guy. Can't remember his name right now. Damn it. Harry says Doyle or D. Cruz, head-to-head points. So, guess who took advantage of Coors?
Coors.
Dylan Cruz did. And guess who took advantage of shitty pitching? Chase Dollander at Coors. Bad combo? What?
I apologize.
That's Chase Dollander trying to apologize to everybody for
Coors.
He didn't want it to go down like that, but it did. Sorry. I'm going Cruz here. If Cruz starts to heat up, maybe it's a Coors fluke, and maybe he still will struggle. But the Cruz talent, if he gets on a roll, ooh, and I love that lineup in Washington. I really do. I understand that Doyle plays at Coors, so why wouldn't you want to have Doyle at Coors a lot, right? He went on the bereavement list, so he didn't get hurt. I totally missed. See? Wow, he's been bereaved for several days. I mean, who am I to say who's... Shit, my people in my life died. It really crushed me, but yeah, Doyle has not played since April 10th. Today's April 20th, just saying. I'm going Cruz right now. Maybe that's recency bias because he had a good game at Coors and I'll get burned. I accept that, okay, Harry? Thanks, Harry. Good to hear from you, my friend. Chad says with the surely he's going on the IL window closed for Spencer Steer, with him nearing a return to fielding, is he a firm drop now? Oh, man. I love Spencer Steer. I love his skill set. I'm a huge fan of what he can do, but he's clearly not healthy. How long are we going to watch him suffer like this? This is not the guy he is. Shut it down. Get healthy. It sucks to not play. I understand that. But we'd rather have you fully healthy at your best, Spencer Steer. It's time to accept your reality, which is a hard thing for a lot of us to do. You know, we all have family members or friends. They know they got a problem. They won't admit they have a problem, but you see it clear as day. Spencer Steer, we see it clear as day. You clearly are not yourself. These are not the stats of the Spencer Steer we know. You know what I mean? I mean, shit. He made it to the opening day roster, which he wasn't supposed to. He has one home run. He's hitting 111 in 15 games. It's not an issue of just, hey, I can't play the field. It's clearly affecting his hitting too. It's not who he is. This is a guy who can get on base. He has excellent plate skills, plate discipline skills. I mean, look at this. It's rubbish. It's pure rubbish. There's nothing good here so far. Yeah, he had a decent series against San Francisco. I admit that. But maybe that's all he can do right now. I don't know what else he can do with this guy. And I love Spencer Steer so much. But I think we have to, and I was just saying earlier, who was I saying about being patient, right? Wilson Contreras, be patient. It's April. But in this case, it looks like he has to get healthy first. Spencer Steer does. So I'm really concerned about him. And I love Spencer Steer. It breaks my heart. Unbreak my heart, say love me forever. Trans-Siberian Orchestra's here? Holy shit. Play us a tune. You got a jam for us? Come on, we'd love to hear some Trans-Siberian Orchestra. I'm not sure it's you, though. Is this really the Trans-Siberian Orchestra?
Can't trust it.
I don't know if we can trust it. Singer versus Miami or Pavetta versus Detroit? You can't mess with my Tigers right now. They will tear you apart.
Go Tigers.
Do not mess with my Detroit Tigers. They're good as hell. Cole Reagan's found that out. Yeah. Cole Reagan's had 3 straight games of double-digit Ks. Then he ran into the buzzsaw that is the Detroit Tigers. Where's your head at?
Go Tigers.
By the way, Detroit Pistons 21-0 run against the Knicks yesterday in their first playoff game in many, many years. That's was tough. That was a tough one. So I'm going, I guess I'm going Singer against Miami, who, after Miami had a nice weekend against Washington 7 days ago, this week they've been shit. There hasn't even been a save chance for Calvin Foucher at all. So that's what I'm going with, Trans-Siberian. Tom says, yep, thanks. I got to go chase the Easter Bunny now. Go Tigers. Yeah, Tommy.
Go Tigers.
See you, Tom. Thanks for being here, man. Love seeing you here, brother. Time for the O's. See you later. Oh, Joe's out of here, too.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers. Go O's. Orioles have received Grayson Rodriguez MRI results and are seeking a second opinion. Call your Orioles fan, Mike V. Drop him instead of Puck. Again, no IL. I don't like Grayson Rodriguez because of these injury problems. I stayed away again. I don't trust him. He just can't seem to stay healthy and really live up to the hype. Again, it's all about the hype, and can he live up to it? I don't know if you could drop Grayson just yet, though. But when you're seeking a second opinion, it kind of seems worse than the Puck injury. If you force me to guess here, Frank, which injury is worse, the A.J. Puck injury or the Grayson Rodriguez injury? I would say the Grayson Rodriguez injury looks to be more concerning than the A.J. Puck. Elbow inflammation, second opinion on a shoulder MRI. Ah! That's bad news. Sorry, Frank. You know what I mean? Oh, wait. Someone said I sound like the Crypt Keeper? Wait a minute. Whoa. Hell yeah. That's like the... You sound like the Crypt Keeper. That is like the... I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna get emotional here. I really am, because I love the Crypt Keeper, and I take that as a tremendous compliment.
Actually, I stole this shirt from Frank.
No, the Crypt Keeper stole it from Frank. I can't believe you called me the Crypt Keeper. Oh, that's such a beautiful moment. Thank you so much. Wow, I'm getting emotional right now. I really am. You want to hear the real Crypt Keeper?
Tales from the Crypt.
It always makes me laugh, man. That shit is hilarious.
Tales from the Crypt.
Oh, shit, man. It's hilarious. Oh, shit, Tim. Tim, you've already got a lifetime pass. You don't have to give us a dime, but thank you. Mwah. These solo Gove pods are truly impressive. Mike of all trades, keep up the good work. Thank you, Tim. You know, I appreciate that, especially coming from you. You've been around so long, and you still think we got it. If you still think we got it, that means we got a chance. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. Round of applause, Tim. I don't expect money from everyone at all. You can be here free of charge, but anything you can share like that is just so kind. It really is. Thank you so much. Shit, that's cool, man. Thanks. Thank you, Tim. What else can I say except thank you, Tim? Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Tim. And how about one more Crypt Keeper?
Tales from the Crypt.
Oh, shit, I can't stop. Okay, we covered that one. Oh, rank these. Rank these pitchers, these SPRPs, these SPERPs. Roop, Wisniewski, Priester, Shane Smith, Liberator. Look, I did a video that said there will be busts in the preseason, and one of them was about Hunter Green. Day.
Great job.
Yeah, great job, Govier. That's not looking good right now. I admit that freely. But one of the ones I wanted to do was I love Matthew Liberator coming into this season, and he was looking great in spring, so it got me motivated. I looked at the pedigree and what Liberator was doing in spring, and it looked like maybe he was finally putting it together, and he was doing something positive, and he seemed more confident, too. I love Liberator here. In fact, of all these guys, Lando Raup, Hayden Wisniewski, Quinn Priester, Shane Smith, Clay Holmes. I know Clay Holmes gets a lot of love because he can miss bats. And I like Birdsong still more than Landon Roop. I do. I like Wisniewski in Houston. I do. I would have to say, I guess I'll probably go Holmes, Liberator, Wisniewski, Roop, Smith, then Priester. I still have to see that Priester could be saved. He's having a decent run right now with the Brewers, and the Brewers can save certain pitchers, so I don't deny that, but I would like to see more from that. So there you go. That's how I rank those. But I'm a huge add Matthew Liberator if he's still available. This is not a fluke. Hear me now. Hear it. It's not a fluke. Liberator is real. Okay? And I'm not just trying to say that. Cheers, Tim. Mwah! Hey, cheers to you. Don't I have a cheers button? Here we go.
Cheers.
There you go. Somebody's saying cheers. There.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jesus.
On this Easter, thank you, Jesus. He has risen. Frank wants his shirt back. Somebody get Frank his shirt back.
Actually, I stole this shirt from Frank.
I love The Crypt Keeper, classic TV. Tales from the Crypt was great, man. It used to scare the shit out of me when I was a kid on HBO. Also, I watched it because I was like getting my first boners. I was hitting puberty, and yeah, sometimes Tales from the Crypt would have nudity. So, hey, you want to live in denial about what your 13 and 14-year-old boys are really up to? Go ahead, be my guest. You can live in denial. Denial is a wonderful drug, and it really helps us try to get through, some tough days. But let's be real. 14-year-old boys with boners, oh, man, they are gross. Oh, geez. And the fact that I just said that like that, if somebody cuts that, now I'm probably going to get canceled or something. That was not my intent. I was actually commenting. I'm a therapist, so I comment on these things from a therapeutic perspective, not from other way, you sick bastards. Jesus. But, yeah, Tales from the Crypt was fun. And HBO in 1994 was a pretty cool place to be. I miss HBO. I know they got rid of HBO entirely. It's like, no more HBO. We'll just call it Max. That was a mistake. Another mistake. I'm locking that in. Okay? Woo! I'm talking a lot. This is fun. Thanks for being here on the Pallazzo Podcast, 2 L's, 2 Z's.
Utah.
It's a Faab-Ulous Waiver live chat show. Smart Fab bid on Mervis. I think I heard Eddie Buzz bid of 105 bones for him. Where is that bumblebee anyways? Yeah, where are you, Edward? Edward, where are you? Mervis has a prospect background that he has kind of outlived, right? With the Cubs, it didn't work out. He's hit a few bombs, but I think this week was much worse for Mervis. Remember, he has like a 40% K rate going on at the same time. Let me see here. What did he do this week? He hit a home run about 4 or 5 days ago, and he's gone 0 for otherwise. So I really think this could be a situation where guys just kind of all power and nothing else, and I would be concerned about that. I wouldn't bid too much on Mervis unless you're in a deeper league. If Eddie's playing in I think Eddie has an 18 or 20 team league, so that's a different bid. In a 12 team league, Matt Mervis should probably not even be rostered, right? You got to know what type of league you're in. League context matters all the time. Frank says, Brian Reynolds or JJ Bleday? Is this really a question? We're giving up on Brian Reynolds? It's over? I mean, right away, I'm going to say Reynolds immediately without looking at a single thing. Because he's Brian Reynolds. Guy hits in the 2-hole. I know Pittsburgh sucks, but I would not be panicking about him. I would not drop Brian Reynolds for JJ Bleday. No, you're asking me. I say no. No, okay? Tim says AFL flameout. Durbin is next. Wait, who's the first AFL flameout? Was that somebody else? Oh, Mervis, yeah. Yeah, so Tim, and I love Tim, but I love Luke Keeschel, and I want Luke Keeschel to be successful, but I think Tim is on the Keeschel side versus the Caleb Durbin versus Luke Keeschel, 2 prospects that were called up this week. I like them both, I do. In long term, I like Keeschel even more. I'm just worried about playing time for Keeschel as the season progresses. Durbin could play third base for the Brewers for a while now. That's what's interesting about him. And I don't love Durbin. I commented when I saw Durbin in the Arizona Fall League last November. Every year I go out to the Arizona Fall League. If you guys ever want to hang out with us, every year I go out to First Pitch Arizona. We do a live show. If you've never seen us live, we do a Pallazzo live 2 straight years out there. Don't miss it this year. Come on out. Let's watch AFL games together. Come to the live show, interact, do what you do in the live chat, except do it in real life. Don't miss that. But I was not impressed by Caleb Durbin. A lot of people were talking about him like, dude, Caleb Durbin, dude. So I had to modify my opinion a little bit on Caleb Durbin now because there's a path for playing time, and I think he could be decent enough for steals, runs scored, maybe a batting average that's not terrible. But there's not a lot of power there that I see with Durbin. And Luke Keeschel might have more of a complete package as a player if we're comparing these two, Utah, right?
Utah.
Give me 2.
Give me 2.
So there you go. All right, so if I flamed everybody out, if I burned, the live chat has slowed down. That means I have outlasted you, all of you, with one single man. I love doing the show. Thanks for being here. That's how you get put on lists. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was, maybe I already got shadow banned. Are people still here? I see 306 people are watching, so I haven't been shadow banned yet. Anywho, bottom line is this. I wouldn't get too crazy in terms of there's some guys coming back. I talked about it already. Pablo Lopez, Brian Bello. These are guys that I like. You already have Lopez. You didn't drop him. But Bello, if he's still available, make sure you get him. I love him. The Red Sox will get the most out of him. Maybe the first start won't be great for Bello. I admit that, but I'm a big fan. Otherwise, I don't think I'm too motivated to go too crazy, although I have to admit freely, I got more homework I got to do. I got to go into the bunker today and settle in on fab work. That's something I need to do. And it's Easter Sunday, so everybody deserves a break. But that'll be it. I think that'll be the end of today's show. I've done a fine job, and you've done a killer job, and thank you for the donations. Mwah! Thank you so much. What else can I say? How else do I express how grateful I am when people actually give money to us? They give us their hard-earned bucks. It's incredible. It's mind-blowing, and it makes me feel so good because I would do the same for you. I'll give you money. You want money? I'll give you money. Sure. Oh, Frank's here. Here we go. A drop a day for Reynolds. Correct answer, Gove. I'll frank you later. Okay, Frank.
Actually, I stole this shirt from Frank.
We'll see what Frank says about that later. I drop a day for Reynolds. That's a great call, Frank. That's a winner chicken dinner right there. That's a great move. I thought maybe you'd done or were thinking going the other way. That's a great move. Congratulations. You will only benefit from that, Frank. I promise you. Frank, I promise you. It's going to work out. Oh, happy Easter, everybody. From one Jew on Easter to everybody else out there in the world. Enjoy your lives. Enjoy your Sundays. Enjoy your families. If you're a loner like me, yes, I have a wife, but we don't have any kids, and we're cool with that. We're dedicating our lives to ourselves. Maybe we're selfish pricks. I don't know, but it's kids cost money, and also raising a child is the ultimate responsibility. The ultimate responsibility. And I don't take it lightly. In fact, I take it so seriously that I don't even know that I could ever do it because I take it so seriously. And I see a lot of bad parents out there in my job, and I see the impact of poor parenting on human beings. And sometimes you can't even avoid it. It's not necessarily parents' fault either. Sometimes it is. It's very clear, but there's a lot of parents who do the best they could, and it still didn't work out, and you can't blame yourself for that. It's tough. It's a tough gig. It is the toughest gig there ever was and ever will be. Period. Right? Oh, Heath jumping in on Twitter. Heath Martin, what's up? Nola for Rice? Well, Mr. Ben Rice got hurt. Was it an elbow contusion? How serious was it? It's not that big a deal, right? It's just a day-to-day issue. God dang it, all the heck. Why does Yahoo keep doing that to me? Elbow out of the lineup Sunday. He got plunked. That's all it was. So he probably got a big old bump on his elbow, but that's it. Nola for Rice. Trade Aaron Nola to get Ben Rice. I don't know. What's your pitching status, Heath? That's something. But if you're asking me in a vacuum, I have no other information. I would say no. I think it's a little extreme. Knowing nothing else, Heath, I can only say that I would not give up Aaron Nola for Ben Rice straight up. Knowing nothing else, okay? So, no, I would not do that yet. And I don't even love Aaron Nola. We talked about him in the preseason, Mike Virginia and I, ad nauseum. He's actually a running gag between the two of us. Like, I don't really trust Aaron Nola, but I do respect his ability to be consistent again and again and again. And I wouldn't give up on him yet, okay? Thanks for watching on Twitter. If you're watching on Twitter, please subscribe to the YouTube. That's where it really makes a difference for us. We're grateful you're watching it all, but please watch on the YouTube and subscribe, okay? All right, well, for Mike Virginia, Britt and Allen, couldn't be here today. They're enjoying their Easter with their families. Hope they have a great day. Hope all your fantasy dreams come true. Make your plays, make your ads, and be all you can be. I don't know. Who gives a shit, right? Hey, live your life. Live it to the fullest. One day it's over. So just live for today, right? Woo! Enjoy WrestleMania. WrestleMania 41? Is that tonight? All you WrestleMania freaks. Oh, yeah. Have a good time. I don't even know who's in wrestling now. I live in wrestling 35 years ago. Coco Beware, all those guys. Junkyard Dog, Stocks, Dow Jones. Uncle Ted loves Teresa Ornelas, and he was saying that weeks ago, so I'll give him credit for that. Dustin Harris is a guy. Yeah, I know Dustin Harris. Not Brett Harris, but Dustin Harris, who is a Texas Ranger, right? Dustin Harris got called up. Now, the question is, he's been playing fairly regularly lately, and he's a left-handed hitter. We know that Uncle Ted loves lefties. But where does he fit in this roster, though? That's my concern. You got to look at roster context. You can't just say, yeah, they balled him up. He's going to play. Dustin Harris comes up. Oh, they optioned Ezekiel Duran. Okay, well, that's good news for Mr. Harris. Yeah. Maybe Dustin Harris is the new center field. Maybe he's just the regular guy now because Evan Carter didn't work out, and Leoto Tavares can't take that job. I love Leoto Tavares, and he can't take that damn job. It bums me out. Hacksaw, tough guy, ho! That's right. Yeah, Dustin Harris, good call. Okay, I'm interested. I've been watch listing Dustin Harris. I liked him. There's a lot of guys in the minor leagues. I have a whole Patreon. I did a huge list last week of guys I'm keeping an eye on. So if you want to get involved with the Patreon, it starts at just $3. Love to have you aboard. Frank says, I watched WrestleMania last night. Overall, it was bad. The entrances are longer than the matches. Boo! That's bogus. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Frank. I always want Frank to have a good time. I do. All right, thanks, everybody. I'm out of here. Peace!